Hey guys, this is Arsenal Giants PS3 and this is episode 14 of Season 5, our FIFA 12 Bolton Wanderers Manager Mode commentary. And first off we're going to be starting off with Transfer Deadline Day, and then we're going to be moving on to our 3 Premiership matches of this episode. So our first action of the day was to reject a £22.5 million offer for Zlatan Ibrahimovic from Atletico Madrid, as even though it is hugely above his transfer value, with only 10 hours left I wouldn't really have enough time to replace him. And then also I managed to sell Andre Santos to West Ham for £2.4 million. I do have Cristito and he's hardly ever injured, and I also have Robinson as some cover just in case. But with only 5 hours left, nothing really was happening whatsoever. I'd only managed to flog off Andre Santos, and in terms of my own transfer targets, I hadn't really been successful up until that point. Then I got an offer from Sevilla for Walter Gargano for £3.6 million, which I thought at this point in time he hardly ever plays, and I decided to flog him off. But then I only had 1 hour left and I was starting to panic a bit really. I had a few transfer targets accepted, and here we go guys. I got 3 players in. A lot of you guys wanted me to bring in Hugo Lloris or Manuel Neuer, but sadly I couldn't bring them in because I never even heard back from them. I sent them another transfer offer and they never even got back to me. But here we have Martin Andre ter Stegen. I'm sorry, I'm not really too sure how to pronounce that. Then we have Javi Martinez and of course Thomas Vermaelen. So I pretty much spent all my transfer budget. I tried to bring in Henriksen on loan, but sadly I couldn't do it in time. So having a look at the squad now, and it is looking pretty damn good. We got ter Stegen, Debuchy, Hummels, Vermaelen, Cristito, Javi Martinez, Shaqiri, Sanchez, Luka Modric, Ibra and Falcao. So that squad is looking really good. And also the subs bench is looking quite strong in itself. So now time to look at the Barclays Premier League table, and we are of course as always top of the table with 52 points, 3 points clear of Manchester United and 6 points clear of Manchester City. And now, as voted by you guys for goal of the episode, it was the Zlatan Ibra goal against Everton. That chip over Fabianski, I really like that goal. He chipped it over his head. So thank you guys for voting on that. But now it's time to go into our first match of the episode against Nottingham Forest. And Nottingham Forest have always had this tendency to score against me, even with really kind of sweaty goals sometimes, but they always have this tendency to score against me. So I was feeling, relatively confident as we are at home and it is only Nottingham Forest. And we got a free kick here, as the defender took me out, and then Ibra steps up, tries to get it over the one into the top hand corner. That was really close, but unfortunately just didn't go in the back, and it was a really good effort though by Ibra. And then we got a little bit unlucky there as he managed to get past Shaqiri on the wing, but then ter Stegen managed to claim that ball. But Nottingham Forest still on the attack. No, Morisi played it into Matt Derbyshire, and look at this for a strike, just cuts across the goalkeeper Martin ter Stegen, and what a goal that was by Derbyshire, right into the bottom right hand corner. That was a great strike by him, and I must admit I was kind of shocked by that strike, just on the edge of the area. But now we're on the attack, and Ibra has a really good chance there to equalise from the header. The cross was perfect and into his head, but unfortunately just couldn't quite get it on target. But now we're on the attack again, just putting them under pressure, and Luka Modric, really good tackle there, plays through Falcao, and he takes it past the keeper and gets completely taken out by the keeper there. And having a look at the replay, it is a really clear penalty here, just completely taken out, no chance of the goalkeeper getting it. And then Falcao steps up. The goalkeeper almost manages to stop the penalty actually, but it is in the back of the net to give us the equaliser. And now continuing our attack, look at this from Falcao, turns the defender, and look at that for a strike into the bottom left hand corner. What a fantastic strike that was, just hit it with all that power, and then the goalkeeper just couldn't even come close to it. And yet again, keeping up the pressure, Luka Modric there with a strike, and really good save by the keeper, and yet again keeping them under pressure, and another shot there by Falcao, easily saved by the keeper. But it just seemed that after they conceded that penalty, they just completely fell apart. And look at this ball over the top by Ibra, and Falcao, so unfortunate. That would have been a fantastic goal had he scored it. Some great play by Ibra and a good strike by Falcao, just unfortunate it wasn't in the back of the net. And yet again we're on the attack just before half time, and look at this from Ibra, yet again keeping up his form of chipping the goalkeeper, and that really was a great chip. Look at that, just over his head. The goalkeeper's running back and he can't quite keep it out of his net, and at half time we'd completely turned it around with an amazing comeback at 3-1. But to be honest, after that excitement from the first half, the second half was fairly lacklustre, to be honest. ter Stegen there comes to claim the ball and nothing really was happening. It took until the 69th minute for something actually interesting to happen. Here you have Ibra holding up the play, holding up the ball, lays it off to Javi Martinez, and he unleashes a devastating shot into the top left hand corner, and what a goal that was. Look at the shot there from Martinez on the edge of the area and just smashes it past the keeper. And after that I decided to make a few substitutions substitutions, bringing on Tiote and Lee Chon-yong, because at 4-1 the match was pretty much over already, and it was only until the 86th minute we had another chance. Shaqiri had support in the centre there but tried for the shot himself, and at full time it was Bolton 4, Nottingham Forest 1, so a really good 3 points there and a convincing victory after going 1-0 down so early on. But anyway, on to our second match of the episode now against Swansea, and Swansea are one of those teams like Arsenal, like Barcelona, or to be honest any team from Spain really. They just love to keep possession, they love to keep the ball, they love to pass it around, and they love to starve your possession, and to be honest I absolutely hate that whenever you play against a side like Swansea. It's just so frustrating to play against them, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have experienced that as well. But we came pretty close there in the opening stages. Ibra with a shot just went wide of the post, and then Tiote clearing it off the line from the corner header, and then we eventually managed to clear it out here with Sanchez, and we're on the counter attack here. Hernandez on the wing manages to get away from his defender, puts in the cross and eventually cleared out. It was a fairly poor cross, comes back out to Modric though, and then his shot, well saved by the keeper, comes back out to Ibra, and he tries something pretty athletic there but can't quite get it on target, hits the side netting, and then Sanchez here has a chance, tries to curl that one into the top right hand corner but just can't quite get it on target. In fact, it was a fairly poor effort to be honest, and then Hume was there. What a tackle that was, just to keep them out from attacking, and yet again we're on the attack, but this time Tiote is dispossessed of possession. Then Jonathas through on goal defensively. That was terrible from Subotic. He just allowed him through on goal. Ter Stegen isn't sure whether to come out or not. Then Jonathas manages to put it through his legs, or under his arms rather, to give Swansea the lead. And I was kind of surprised by that, but it was on the counter attack, and at half time it is 1-0 to Swansea. So, you know, not looking too good at half time here, but we managed to take the ball, or in fact rather I thought we would be able to, but we just can't seem to take the ball off them whatsoever. And as I said earlier guys, I hate possession sides because you just can't take the ball off them, and when you do it goes out for a throw in like that. It's just so frustrating. But we do have the ball here. Sanchez running with it, has support in the centre with Hernandez, and then he tries to toe poke it, and in the end it's a fairly comfortable save for the keeper. So I decided to make a few substitutions, bringing on Falcao and Shaqiri for Sanchez and Hernandez, and then Tiote going a little bit crazy in the centre of the park, gives away a fairly reckless free kick, and look at this, Gareth Barry steps up, has this shot, goes over the wall and into the bottom right hand corner, and I'm just left absolutely speechless by that. It was just absolutely incredible. Look at that, over the wall does not jump, and Ter Stegen, try as he might, just can't even come close to it. That was just such a fantastic strike there, and after that free kick I just thought, well, I'm not going to be able to win this match now, but Falcao defies all the odds and manages to pull one back for us in the 71st minute. Great ball over the top there by Ibra, and then Falcao one-on-one. He is not going to miss those, but Swansea tried to retaliate to regain their 2-goal cushion. Jonathas with a shot there, but Ter Stegen, that was a really easy save for him, and tries to start the counter-attack. And here we have another chance. It was a fairly end-to-end match at this point. Falcao on the edge of the area tries to get that shot in, and is really unfortunate, just goes wide of the post. And now I decided to bring on Javi Martinez for Luka Modric, as Modric's stamina was just completely shot at this point. And at the 90th minute, Swansea almost managed to grab another, but a really important block there by Hume was managed to keep them out. I do manage to win the ball, but not enough time is left, and at full time it was 2-1 to Swansea. So drop points here against Swansea, but on to our third and final match of the episode against our title rivals Chelsea. And if you have a look at their squad, they actually have Yunus Belhanda from our old squad at Sunderland, so let's see if he has an impact on the match. It'd be quite interesting to look out for him. But anyway, against Chelsea, this is going to be an absolutely huge match in defining the title race, and Chelsea get off to a really good start here. Juan Mata and Rossi linking up really well there, and Rossi charging into the penalty area, and look at this tackle from Thomas Vermaelen, comes across, and if he got that wrong that would have been a penalty all day and all night long. But now some pretty nice play between my own players, and Modric here has the shot, good save by Petr Cech, and eventually cleared out there. We're on the attack though from that throw, and the ball lofted over the top to Falcao on the edge of the area, and he floats in a cross into the path of Ibra, and from that sort of range and that sort of angle he isn't going to miss from there. Great header by Ibra, and not even Chelsea could stop that one. But now Chelsea on the attack just after I scored my goal, trying to get the equaliser. And just look at this close control from Rossi. Look at this dribbling, takes it away from Thomas Vermaelen. The tackle was pretty damn awful, to say so myself, but defensively, you know, not that great. But look at that finish under Ter Stegen, and the dribbling from Rossi was just absolutely fantastic stuff. And Modric there tries to get that in, tries to curl it in, but just can't quite get it on target. But at half time it was 1-1, but unfortunately against our title rivals that is not enough. We really really need all 3 points. And look at this passing move between Falcao, Ibra and Modric. A really good goal there. It was a slightly sweaty goal towards the end, but it was a good goal nonetheless. And now just trying to keep up the attack, and Ibra on the ball here, and Falcao and Ibra just playing those passes so perfectly. And look at this, Ibra, I think it's actually him, but if you have a closer inspection on the replay here, it's actually an Alex own goal here. He actually just slightly takes it away from Ibra and into the back of the net. Really unfortunate on them, but at this point we do have the 2-goal cushion, and it looks like we've got all 3 points. But Chelsea really cranking up the pressure now. Eunice Belhanda with a shot, a good save by Ter Stegen, and eventually cleared out. But Chelsea still had their chances. Angel Di Maria breaking free of Alexis Sanchez, cuts inside and then hits the post from the shot. Really unfortunate on him there, but Chelsea just kept on attacking and attacking. I became really quite concerned because they just could not take the ball off them. And look at that mistake there, and then it was absolutely terrible from that point onwards. Thomas Vermaelen just completely slices down Michael Essien. He gets the yellow card for it. I'm kind of surprised it isn't a red card. It's a terrible tackle from behind, and he gives away the penalty, and Giuseppe Rossi steps up and makes it 3-2. He doesn't go and grab the ball. I'm kind of surprised by that, but Chelsea still keeping up the attack, trying to get that equaliser, and I was really starting to panic at this point. I was thinking, oh my god, and Kaka there, he could have scored that. That would have been the equaliser, and it came so close. And still, in the 90th minute, Chelsea still attacking, and I was just trying to defend for my life, but it was so hard. And look at this chance for Kaka. Hits the post, runs across the goal line, and then eventually cleared out. I couldn't believe how close I came, but at full time it was 3-2 to us. We do manage to get the 3 points, and my god was that a hard match. So looking at the Premier League table now, and we are still top of the table with 58 points, 4 points clear of Manchester United and 6 points clear of Man City. I think it's that much. I probably got that wrong. I wasn't really looking. And Queen's Park Rangers, Stoke and West Ham are in the relegation zone, so that's them. But now it's time for a goal of the episode, and we actually scored some pretty damn good quality goals in this episode. So first off, we have the Falcao goal against Nottingham Forest, where he turned the defender and smashed it into the back of the net. And then we have the Ibra chip against Nottingham Forest as well. That was a really nice chip there. Chipped it over his head, and the goalkeeper just couldn't quite scramble back in time. And then lastly, we have the Javi Martinez goal against Nottingham Forest. So all 3 of these goals are against Nottingham Forest, so please leave a comment on which one you think should be goal of the episode, and also leave a comment on which player you think should be player of the episode, because after so many performances I'm kind of stuck between either Luka Modric, Falcao or Ibra, because there were just so many standout performances from them. So anyway guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and if you did, if you could leave a thumbs up, that would be greatly appreciated, and thanks for watching.